Hello YouTube, this is Christian coming to you with a little review and an update on my EDC carry. So today on the table is a Maxpedition Fatty, and as you might be aware from previous videos, my go-to EDC pocket organizer has been the Vanquest PPM Mini or the PPM Small, which was really plenty for most of my needs. But recently I found I have a little bit more space in my bag, and it got a little bit cramped in the smaller size organizer. And just for reference, this is kind of the size that the Vanquest PPM comes in, and it did fit everything I need on a daily basis, more or less. But as I said, I wanted something where I didn't have to cramp in things quite as much, and for that reason I got the Maxpedition Fatty. I had that sitting on the shelf for a little while and haven't been using it, and since I switched my EDC daily carry to a black Vanquest Javelin 18 bag, I thought, well, going black is kind of nice. It fits nicely to the current color scheme, and as I said, it gives you a little bit more space. Now, if you're familiar with pocket organizers, there's not a lot new to this. So that's just a durable Cordura pouch, if you like, with YKK zippers. Then Maxpedition does it a little bit different from Vanquest. They have their mesh pocket in front, which is kind of see-through and gives you a little bit of an idea what's inside that front pocket, but it also has a bit of a disadvantage because that material isn't quite as durable as your Cordura. And the way Vanquest does it, just by comparison, you can see it's not see-through, but that's durable Cordura as well. So that's a matter of preference, really. But I thought I'd point it out. Some people like to see what's in that little front mesh pocket, which doesn't provide an awful lot of volume by itself. I just have a bunch of cable ties in here, and so that's that. On the back side, you just get a simple loop handle and your Pelz webbing, right? So this is a vertically opening pouch, and once again comparing it side by side to what Vanquest does on the interior. Now this is a bigger one, and that just turns out to be a little bit too big for my needs, and I just couldn't justify plugging all too many things into that one. But you can see by contrast, this is a light grey interior, and Vanquest does that very nice orange high visibility, high-viz interior, which really makes your items pop out. And by contrast, you don't get that from Maxpedition. And also they organize things a little bit differently internally. Their bungee cords, or their straps inside their organizational features, are a little bit more straightforward, simple, whereas Maxpedition Vanquest goes for a double row, depending on what your needs are. Sometimes I find that very useful, sometimes I find it to be a little bit overkill. It's nice to have that flexibility, but in this case it just turned out I actually didn't need it. I wanted a relatively large vertical organization on this side for my pens, pencil, a Sharpie, and for my art knife or my craft knife, and then just my usual stuff, a little bit of paracord, a nail clipper, and shrink sleeve, just in case you have to isolate something, or sometimes it's quite useful to terminate the end of paracord. So I always have a little bit of that in there, and just some alcohol. A lighter is usually part of my kit. In this case, that's an Exotec all fuel lighter, a very nice piece of kit. Then a little Phoenix E12 just because it runs off standard AA batteries. And then we have some matches. Also, this is a match cap XL from Helicontex, so that's just nice to have, just in case. It's absolutely waterproof and made out of aircraft grade aluminium. Really nice little thing that kind of keeps everything nice and dry. Then my little Zerotech 452, which is just in here as a backup. It's usually my day-to-day knife is in the pocket, but I like to have one in this pack as well. And in the back here there is just a little sharpening strap on aluminium backing, so it's pretty much just a leather strap backed on a piece of aluminium with some stropping compound, and a little universal all-weather notepad in the back here. That was also one of the reasons why I went away from the smaller PPM Vanquest pocket organizer. That just got really bent around a lot and wouldn't stay straight, and I like to have a little bit of additional room where it can actually sit in there without getting any kinks. So ultimately everything is now a little bit more accessible. I don't have to stack things behind each other, which adds to the bulk of the pack. It just starts to develop a little bit of a belly, if you like, if you stuff it too much. But that's about the right size. I could possibly pack a little bit more into it, but really that would defeat the purpose. I like it rather accessible, and I don't mind if I have a pocket organizer that is a little bit bigger than what it needs to be, as long as I can maintain a little bit of a flat pack and it doesn't turn into a pier. So that's a Maxpedition Fatty for you. I'm just changing over to this one, so I can't exactly tell you how I'm going to be liking it long term, but at this point I think I'm very happy with it, and have it like that for a little while. So the smaller pack size has advantages, just cramming it into a smaller one, where you can actually put it into the cargo pants pockets, which I hardly ever do, and that also is one of the reasons why I decided to migrate all my EDC carry items into a slightly bigger case, because it's living in the backpack most of the time anyways. Alright, just a quick update. I've got another one to come in the next video. We're going to be talking about this one, and I really like that one, which is once again from Vanquest, and it's their first responder pack. Stay tuned, it's most likely going to be the next video after this one, and I've got a few things to say about this one. And stay tuned, and otherwise thank you for coming around, and if you enjoy the content, give me a like or subscribe, and we can keep this channel going. Alright, thank you, bye.